How you all doing today? I'm actually here right now with RJ. We're just riding along with him right now in this nice Volkswagen Jetta. It's a 2002, and he's one of the best taxi drivers here in Panama City. And I just wanted to kind of ask you a couple questions about your experience as a driver for H2O.
Oh man, where to start? That's the question, man.
Let me go ahead and get into it. How do you think your experience with H2O has gone so far, as from a driver's perspective?
Well, we'll put it like this. I've been doing this since April, and I've never had a problem, with anybody, customers, employees, hell, even the boss himself. It's always been an upward scale for me. Even right now we're experiencing the off season, and even then, we're still doing well for ourselves. So,
Good.
And as an ex-pizza driver, this is probably the best gig you could possibly ever have in your life.
So you actually used to be a pizza delivery man?
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Like for about 8 years actually, just doing delivery, working in the store, and me, I'm one of those guys, I like being on the road. I love driving. Driving is probably the most relaxing thing that I've ever done. And to hear that I can drive a car, pick people up, talk with these people, have a good time with these people that are jumping into my car, it just brings a whole nother realm of, human connection, which, you can, even if you have somebody that gets into your cab and they're in the worst mood, being able to bring them up and have them having a good time by the end of the trip, that's what does it for me.
That's
it's
great.
not about the money. It's never about the money for me, because the money comes from doing what I do best, and that's helping people out. And that's why I drive for H2O.
That's wonderful, man. That's wonderful. Let me see about I heard that H2O, they actually only allow up to, it's a strict rule, regulation that they only have between 5 and 10 drivers in each city. Do you think that's a good?
Oh yes, absolutely. It's a really good idea, because, like, for instance, here in Panama City Beach, we have some cab companies that put out anywhere between 15 to 20 drivers, and with the amount of business that comes in, it kind of takes away from the drivers' pockets, because that's being split up between all the drivers for that company, versus where we have 5 to 10 people. We stay busy all night. We don't stop, and because you don't have any, you don't make what you need to make for only having, downtime. With downtime comes, no money, and you just can't have that.
That's great. Also, how do you like? I know with H2O, it's very different than their insurance policy is very different than Uber and Lyft's. I know with Uber, you're actually not covered. You're not actually covered by their insurance as a driver until the customer gets in your car, and then from that point until you drop them off. But I know with H2O, they at the moment you turn your app on, you're actually covered by their insurance.
Yep.
Do you think that's a great thing, or do you think that's kind of screwing themselves?
Idea, and that right there, sets it apart from the other companies, because the other companies don't care about the people. When you care about the people that you have, it sets off, so many. How do I explain this? It gives that level of care that makes people want to keep coming back. And the whole thing about the H2O experience, the H2O experience itself is the care that we take for each and every customer. And that's probably the best way I can explain that.
All right. Well, just one more question, and this is kind of maybe personal, may not be personal, but you seem very passionate to be a driver for H2O Taxi, and it seems like you're really enjoying the H2O experience as a driver. What would you say to someone to try to convince them to be a driver for H2O Taxi?
We'll put it like this. The best way to explain to somebody that they want to come and join a cab company, especially doing driving, it's something that I mean, granted, it's not for everybody. You know, you have your people that, you know, do physical work, and then you have people that do a lot of mental work. Well, cab driving is the mental game. You know, as long as you can, you know, have the mental capacity to be able to just, you know, drive endlessly, you know, you can get out. You're not confined to your car for however many hours you're going to be working. But, you know, there are times that it can get stressful. But that's where, you know, you reap the rewards of the money that you make.
I was gonna say, that's with any job. Any job can become stressful.
And, you know, and that's the thing about it is, you know, when you drive a cab or you're driving other people around, you're not having to worry about money because it just comes to you. As long as you go and give everybody that each individual care that they need, you know, from point A to point B. I mean, I can talk for hours about the stories that I've accumulated over the year that I've been working here. And let me tell you, yeah, I've had a couple of scary ones, but let me tell you, 97% have all been good experiences. I've helped so many people out, and, you know, it's what I call my hero complex. So, but, you know, recruiting in, you know, hey, just give it a shot. You know, see if it works for you. If it works for you, you know, do it. You know, if you're not, you know, into it like that, hey, just do it for a couple hours at a time, you know, like 4 hours a day. And you can make a little extra side change, and you can eventually, you know, get yourself transitioned into it. So,
with some of the things you just told me today, you've kind of got me wanting to drive for H2O.
Hey, go for it, man. You got the number.
And all right, guys, well, you all heard it here first. I'm with RJ, and he's one of the best taxi drivers we have for H2O Taxi.
The MVP of the cab game.
And if you have any questions or concerns for us, or if you would just like to be one of our drivers in your city in Florida, just call our 24-hour hotline, and that's number is 850-708-2870. See you later, guys.